Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Okay, before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Nordiana Binti Ramli and I would like to present about case study presentation. It is from chapter 6. It is telemetry and data acquisitions. First of all, I want to explain to all of you about the basic principle of telemetry. Telemetry means the transmissions of data for monitoring and control. Over long distance, data can be sent directly as a DC voltage or a current up to a few meters. At long distance, speed is severely limited and noise becomes a serious problem. The original Morse transatlantic cables of 19th century used DC, which transmitted at least than 1 word per minute. Telemetry systems are a special set of communication systems. Telemetry systems used to collect data at a place that remote or inconvenient and to relay the data to a point where the data may be evaluated. Typically, telemetry systems are used in the testing of moving vehicles such as cars, aircraft, and missiles. Next, I want to explain about the elements in that analog data acquisitions. First element is transducer, is for translating physical parameters into electrical signals. Second is signal conditioners. It is for amplifying, modifying, or selecting certain portions of these signals. Third, visual display devices is for continuous monitoring of the input signals. These devices may include single-channel or multi-channel oscilloscope, storage oscilloscope, panel meters, numerical display, and others. Fourth, the element in analog data acquisition is graphic recording instruments is for obtaining permanent records of the input data. These instruments include stylus and ink recorders to provide continuous records on paper chart, optical recording systems such as mirror galvanometer recorders and ultraviolet recorders. Fifth, magnetic tape instrumentation is for acquiring input data, preserving their original electrical form, and reproducing them at a later date for more detailed analysis. The element that will affect the auxiliary equipment and system programming of digital data acquisition system is first is scanner or multiplexer. It is for accept multiple analog inputs and sequentially connects them to one measuring instrument. Second is analog to digital converter, is to convert the analog voltage to its equivalent digital forms. The output of the analog to digital converter may be displayed visually and also available. Third is digital recorder. Digital recorder is to record digital information or on punch cards, perforated paper tape, magnetic tape, typewritten page, or a combination of systems. The digital recorder may be preceded by a coupling unit that translates the digital information of the proper form for entry into the particular digital recorder selected. Next, I want to explain about the concept of multiplexer. Multiplexer is a device allowing one or more low-speed analog or digital input signals to be selected, combined and transmitted at a higher speed on a single shared medium or within a single shared device. Thus, several signals may share a single device or transmission conductor, such as a copper wire or fiber optic cable.
A multiplexer functions as a multiple input, single output switch. In telecommunications, the combined signals, analog or digital, are considered a single output higher speed signal transmitted on several communication channels by a particular multiplex method or technique. With two input signals and one output signal, the device is referred to as a 2-to-1 multiplexer. With four input signals, it is a 4-to-1 multiplexer. Concept of demultiplexer is a device that takes a single input line and routes it to one of several digital output lines. A demultiplexer of second outputs has and select lines, which are used to select which output line to send the input. A demultiplexer is also called a data distributor. Demultiplexers can be used to implement general purpose logic. By setting the input to true, the demux behaves as a decoder.
The characteristic of frequency division multiplexing is based on the idea that a number of signals can share the bandwidth of a common communication channel. The multiple signals to be transmitted over this channel are each used to modulate a separate carrier. Each carrier is on a different frequency. The modulated carriers are then added together to form a signal-complex signal that is transmitted over the single channel. In FDM, multiple signals are transmitted over a single channel by sharing the channel bandwidth. This is done by allocating each signal a portion of the spectrum within the bandwidth. In time division multiplexing, each signal can occupy the entire bandwidth of the channel. However, each signal is transmitted for only a brief period of time. In other words, the multiple signals take turns transmitting over the single channel. For me, the best method to transmit digital information is frequency division multiplexing. It is a process that the materials can be high strength, it is cost effective and waterproof. It can use ABS materials for its impact, resistance and toughness, and multiple material colors are available. That's all from me. I hope all of you understand about what I explained from Chapter 6 in Industrial Electronics. Thank you so much.